there, and welcome to Sarah Best Stitching. Today I have a great floss tube ready for you. It's been quite a while since I've filmed, and I have a ton of stuff to show you. So I hope you're going to enjoy this. I have a whole bunch of finishes that I've done over the winter, and things that I'm working on, my whips, and without further ado, let's start. The first one that I have done is my own design. It's done with DMC, and it is called December Ho Ho Ho. And you can find this design, it's a freebie, on my Facebook group called Sarah Best Stitching. It should be under the files section. If you have trouble getting it, shoot me a text on Messenger and I will do my best to send it off to you. But this was my first pillow that I designed. I'm trying my hand at designing. And this is the backing with the little Christmas trees and my trim that I really enjoy. And I dyed this fabric. It's 18 count Aida. And I dyed it denim blue with Rit dye. My next pillow was one for January, and this is my January snowman. I used DMC colors for the border, and for this, and the snowman scarf and hat. And I also used some silky teal, and so this is also available on my Facebook group, Sarah Best Stitching. And I use this fun fur as a trim. And I had this cute little batik fabric that I thought looked really cute with it. But this is my January snowman. Next is my February pillow. And this one I designed with Rami's Creations floss. And it says, "Love never fails, Corinthians 13:8. Kiss, adore, and hugs." And I'll show you the floss colors I used. I decided I wanted to try some ruching. And so I used the hot pink ribbon. And I used invisible thread that I get from Hobby Lobby. And my backing is just a cute little mauve purple calico floral. I also designed this one in DMC, but these are the colors I use. So I used Pink Grapefruit by Rami's Creations. Now note, these threads are not color fast. Do not wash your fabric after you've stitched this. Most hand-dyed flosses are not color fast. This is MTV's Hydrangea. And you can see kind of like the pink and purple and green. And then I also used Gentle Violet by Rami's Creations. And so here it is again. And I did it on 16 count opal essence, and you can kind of see the little sparkles there. I also did this one in DMC using some variegated DMCs. And I started to do the ruching. I still need to finish it. But I wanted to show you what the DMC version looked like if you didn't have the Rami's Creations threads. And both versions are available. They're freebies. I'm going to be doing all the months. I'm a little behind because I got sick again. I've been sick like 4 times this winter, so it's been crazy. But anywho, this next one that I finished is Be Nice or Buzz Off by Primrose Cottage Stitches. I just love this. I did this on higher count linen that actually had a stamped cross stitch pattern on the other side, and I hand dyed this with yellow I forget what the yellow color is, but Rit dye. And I used the Debbie Mum B fabric. And then I used this eyelash and little pom-pom trim all the way around. And I always do my finishing on the bottom. Leave the opening in the bottom, and then I whip stitched it closed. And I always use the invisible thread from Hobby Lobby. So that's Be Nice or Buzz Off. And then this one, I gave this pattern to another friend. And I think this was by Dames of the Needle. I believe it was a bird pin keep. This is on Color and Cotton Pumpkin. And I used some hand-dyed floss that a friend gave me. And I used a kind of pom-pom loopy trim. And then this pretty blue stripy backing. And I just loved how this came out. I love the variegation and everything. It just turned out so good. And my husband helped me pick out the fabric, and he's really good at that. He helped me find the perfect fabric for that one. The next one I want to show you is, I got this, I believe, at Galleria. I didn't go to Galleria, but ordered it from it. And this is Language of Flowers, Friendship by the Blue Flower. And it says, a friend loveth at all times. This is one I'm going to be doing soon. And I just happened to have and get this fabric at a free craft swap. And look, it's the same flower. And this was printed in England by Tatiana. But I thought, wow, isn't that perfect? It'll look so cute. So there's that. And next I want to show you a birthday exchange I got. I got this from Angel Chase from the group For the Love of Cross Stitch, which is run by Lindsay Dixon. And Angel sent me not one, but 2 stitched projects. This one I'm going to turn into a pillow. And it is a beautiful snowman kit. She finished the back with felt. And I'm going to turn this into a really cute pillow. I just haven't found the fabric I want to use yet. She also sent me this adorable snowman kit, bell pull. And it comes with its own hanger and heart and everything. So I'm excited to do that one as well. And then she also stitched me this adorable snowman ornament, and it's done on, I believe, 18 count perforated plastic, and then finished it so cutely with the felt and a little hanger. And I keep this right where I often stand by the end of the counter sometimes and work on things. So I just love this. Thank you so much, Angel. You did a beautiful job stitching this. And this is another pattern I'm planning to work on soon. This one's by Rami's Creations, and it's so cute and whimsical. It is Ghosts at the Beach. And it's so cute. I just love it. I'm going to try to fix my lighting so it's a little bit better. And then it comes with this pretty hand-dyed fabric that looks just like the beach. So I plan on doing that soon. Now, let's see. I want to show you some other things. Okay, this is a bookmark I've been working on. And this came with this lovely little needlebook that Karen Kluba sent me. And I store all my needles in it, but it came with a beautiful alphabet sampler that you could turn into a bookmark. And so I'm using Tuscan Experience. Green Apple. These are all Rami's Creations threads. DMC 48. And Rami's Creations Holly Jolly. Such pretty colors. Now let me show you the bookmark more up close. There it is. It's a purple bookmark with cute little edging. Got my needles in there, and it says SBM. I'm going to frog the M and scooch it over because it doesn't quite line up to my liking. But there it is. This winter has definitely been a crazy winter for me for getting bugs. I think I've gotten sick 4 times. Okay, here is my next project, and I've been working on this lately. This is one I stitched for Rami of Rami's Creations as a model stitcher. And she sent me this pattern as a thank you gift. And she bought the bag for me and the floss and the button pack. So this is Thankful by Shepherd's Bush. And it's so cute. And it's stitched with DMC and Weeks Dye Works Pearl Cotton. And I'll show you where I'm at on it. So here's where I'm at on it. And I'm getting close to being done. And it also has, let me see if I can find a little button kit. Oh, here it is. It's in here. And then it has these cute little buttons that are going to go on it when I get it finished. So this is a nice little surprise that she sent me a little while ago, and I've been working on quite a bit. Here is another one I've been working on. And this I got from Rami's Creations Halloween Advent Calendar. And this is the Halloween train. Let me see if I can show you a little bit better. And it's so cute. And it uses, and these are all her threads, charcoal. It uses Red Passion, London Mist, Winter Violet, Sunflower, it's a pretty yellow, Snowflake, and Rami dyes these herself. Black Tulip, which is a really pretty blue-gray, and Rusted. And here's what I've got done on it so far. Whoops. It's the hang on from the back. Let me grab, what do I do with that piece of paper? Hold on. I gotta grab that piece of paper again so that I can put it behind so you can see. Here we are, and I've got the first little part of it done. Let me see if I can get a little better lighting. Let's see here, does this help? No, that makes it worse. Let's go that way then. There we go, now you can see it. Had to tilt it. And most of my needle minders come from Gina's Unique Boutique. I love her needle minders. They're cute, they're very inexpensive, and the magnets are super strong. This next one I'm working on is called Friendship Quaker by Rami's Creations. And I love the bright colors in here. They're so pretty. And, oh, I keep moving that piece of paper, don't I? I'll leave it out. Okay, let's see. And here's what I've got done so far. Not a lot, but a little. And it's such pretty colors. And here's another one. This is by Shepherd's Bush. And this is a little needle roll. And I did it again with the, here we go. And here's what I've got so far. Sorry for the wrinkles. I do have that right side up, yep. So I've got beading left to do and to put the little buttons on. And then that'll be finished. This next one is called Stitch and Wood by Rami's Creations, and it had several patterns, including some on the inside. And this is what I turned it into. And I used all of Rami's floss on this one too. And I just love how it came out. It's so pretty. So fun to stitch. And I have a several pen pals. And some of them are cross stitchers. So I sent my Be Nice or Buzz Off to a friend. And she sent me this one. And so I'm going to do it on this fabric here. This pretty yellow one. And this is the Primrose Cottage Stitches, and it's Bumblebee Kisses. And she even sent me a cute little post-it note. And if I can figure out a way to insert the picture, I got to stitch this model for Needlework Marketplace. And this is by Art Mishka Cross Stitch. And the colors, oh my goodness, they're so bright and so pretty. I did it on 36 count antique white linen. 2 strands over 2. It turned out so pretty. And I'm going to try to figure out how to insert the picture of the actual stitched piece. I don't have it. I stitched it for Bobby of Stitching Bits and Bobs. And she showed it at Needlework Marketplace. This next one I'm working on is a Rosewood Manor. And as some of you might know, I also stitch for Karen Kluba of Rosewood Manor. I've been stitching for her for about 2.5 years now. We've been friends for quite some time. And I'm working on Oh Santa. I love the bright colors. It's all Weeks Dye Works. And this is the pattern. And these are the colors. Bayberry, Blue Spruce. Look at that, isn't that pretty? Curry. Strawberry Fields. And then there is also Rainbow Gallery. Now notice, if you stitch this piece, you need to go to her website and note that there is a correction. And you need to stitch it with SP48 by Rainbow Gallery, not SP40. It needs to be SP48, and it's so pretty. And then this also uses whiskey and whitewash. And here's where I am on it. And so far, it's coming out really, really nice. And you can see the sparkle of the Rainbow Gallery Silk Lame. It's so pretty. And I'm just so excited. I've got my fabric rolled up. This is like a tan, and it's by True Colors. The fabric, it is 28 count. I'm stitching 2 over 2. And this little needle minder, my husband got me a while back during COVID, and He got it from Stitches and Things, and Deb actually helped him pick this out. And this was the first little needle minder he bought me, and I absolutely love it. It's so fun to use. So that is Oh Santa. The next one I'm working on, Rosewood Manor Hearts and Flowers Bell Pull. And I'm going to try to show you up close here. And you even do the little handles there. And it comes with the little charms when you buy the pattern. And I'll show you the little charm pack. It just comes in a little envelope here, like so. And there's the little charms that get attached, little hearts and flowers. Oops, hearts and flowers. And I'm doing this on a 14 count. This was a cream that I dyed aqua. Whoops, I gotta get that piece of paper again. I keep putting it in my bucket when I'm done. I gotta get back into the swing of things here. This is another Gina's Unique Boutique needle minder. And this is all DMC. I love it. I love Karen's alphabet. She's so creative, so inspiring. She just comes up with so many interesting designs. I wish I had time in my life to stitch everything she's designed, but I don't think that's actually going to be possible. This one is Mornings at 7. And something I like about this one, it's an older design. Everything is stitched with one strand of DMC. And there's lots and lots of specialty stitches. So let's see if I can show you closer up how this is going to look. Okay, that's Mornings at 7. And here's what I have done on it. So I've done the whole border all the way down. And you can see the little flowers I've done. I loved this stitch. This was so much fun. And I love the font. I haven't worked on this one in a while, but I wanted to show it. Again, needle minder from Gina's Unique Boutique. Shout out to Gina. I love your needle minders. Here's my next one. Abe and Mary Lincoln's quilt sampler. This one also has quite a few specialty stitches. And that's one thing that really attracted me to Karen's designs. She incorporates cross stitch, sometimes Christian scriptures or positive thoughts, black work, and things that are made to look like a quilt. And I started out sewing when I was like, I want to say I got a sewing machine when I was 5, one of those easy sews or something. And then when I was 8, my mom bought me a used faff, and I started to learn how to quilt. And I've loved sewing ever since. And I'm so glad she taught me how to cross stitch and quilt. So this is what it's going to look like. A lot of log cabin squares. Oh, I did it again with that paper, didn't I? Yep, let me grab it. Okay. And I've got a grime guard on here. I'm trying to think of the gal's name that made it for me. If I think of it, I'll let you know. But I'll leave it in the comments to let you know if you actually want to get grime guards from her. But she did a beautiful job. More needle minders from Gina's Unique Boutique. And sometimes she'll give you a freebie that's got her shop name on it. And I love both, so I put it on there. And this one has got a ton of specialty stitches. Lots and lots. And it also uses some Krynic. And this is a Krynic Gold. And trying to think, there's a lot of eyelets in here too, if you can see them. There you go. Now you can probably see them. But I have one full like square done, and I started to do the next one. This one is by Rami, And it is, oh, there went my paper again. I did this on fabric that I dyed with a pink color. And this says friends are medicine for the heart and vitamins for the soul. And it's so true. And I used the called for colors from her as well. And I'm going to turn this into a little pillow and send it to a friend. This one here is April Sampler Accent by Periwinkle Promises Silk and Linen Kit. And I'm going to try to finish it like this, but I'm going to do a, instead of the linen on the back, I'm going to save the extra linen piece and restitch it for someone, but I'm going to use a fabric on the back. And this is how it came out. I love the little bunnies and all the little cute stitches. There's some specialty stitches. This is a woven cross stitch. The green lines are double back stitch. And this is supposed to look like Bargello. And there's my bunny rabbits, black work, and I just love it. That turned out really cute. Now this one I got from a friend. Her name is Daryl Evangelista, and she gave me some patterns she had from when she had gone through her stash and found some things that she wasn't sure she would stitch, and she knew that I have a group that meets at the library and that I do some stitching and getting together with people, and so she sent me some patterns because she knew I would make good use of them. And this was actually from the 2001 Can't Stitch a Lot, which now it's called like the Stitches and Things Reunion Camp. And it's going to be happening soon next week on March 28th through 30th. So I've been going there. This is going to be my third time. So it's not technically a retreat anymore. It's just a reunion. We get together, we stitch, we swap patterns and freebies and just have a great time. And I'll show you how it turned out. I really like it a lot. It turned out wonderful. This one was stitched with pearl cotton. It is kind of, I should have ironed it, but I didn't know I was going to do a Flosstube today. And I had the bug to do it, so there it is. But I'll show you, this is all done. And I used the sewing method, and it came with this really wonderful short tapestry needle, and I love it. It came out so good. And this is the first time I've done a nun stitch in a long time. And so this was a lot of fun to relearn how to do. And the idea was, this was called a needle patch or a needle swatch. And before there were needle minders, you put the needle in the section. So like your 22, 24, 28, 26s. And that would be on your arm of the chair instead of you putting your needles into the armchair. Next, I have a couple of others that I have been working on. This was a kit, and I still need to finish it. This was by JBW. Whoops. And I think it was called Bird Pin Pillow or Bird Basket Pin Pillow. So I need to finish this one up and turn it into the pin pillow. But I gave the pattern away and just kept the directions on how to finish it. So there's that. And then this is a little sampler I've been working on, and I kind of got stumped. It's on pink opalescent, and I've just been working on it little by little, and we'll see what it turns into. This is a design by Homespun Elegance. And I already finished the companion to it, and I turned it into a pin pillow. And this one I just need to finish as well. But I used color and cotton over-dyed floss for this one. This is a country cottage needlework pattern. And they're like the months. And this one I chose Color and Cotton colors to go with it. Let me see if I can get a better look. I haven't picked out the backing yet, but this one's for September. I love this schoolhouse. And I have a friend that as I stitch them, I'm sending them to her, so she can stitch them. I love to share. This one is by the gal that has the shop Just Stitching in Ohio. And she designed this. And this is called Words of Laughter. I did this on 32 count white even weave. And I dyed it yellow. It's more this color yellow, but as I get closer so you can see the colors. And I think it came with sampler. I think it was Gentle Art Sampler threads. This was a little freebie by Rami of Rami's Creations. And I used her threads. Cross-stitching every day keeps the doctor away. And this one I dyed with navy blue red dye. And I think that was 32 count. This is also a 32 count, and I dyed it pink, and it's Live Simply, Give More, Expect Less. And this is also a pattern by Rami's Creations that I use her floss. And I love how it came out. I'm going to turn this into a pin pillow as well. Now, the months of the year, what I plan to do is finish them as a flat fold, put them on a magnet so I can change them out each month. And this one is, let me grab it. This is on 28 count Monaco, 2/2. And I used Color and Cotton floss with it. And this one is for May. And this was called, the color of this was Tea. I'm trying to think, I think this was by DMC, the fabric. Now let me get you a better close-up of it. There's May. I love the little bumblebees and the bright, pretty colors. And the little beehive. So that's May. And I also have here on the same fabric, August, that I stitched last year. All with Color and Cotton floss that I chose, because I didn't have the called for colors. And so there's August. I love how that one turned out. And this is, I believe, the backing fabric I'm going to use for the flat fold on this one and for the May one as well. I think this is going to look really cute. There we go. So it definitely has some sewing coming up that I need to get done. Whoop, where'd my, there it is. My piece of, this is a Rosewood Manor. And this is spring, and it is done with House of Embroidery floss, fancy floss. And she has spring, summer, winter, fall, or autumn. And I have done spring and autumn. I still need to get winter and summer. But I love how these turned out. The floss is so pretty. The variegation is so pretty. And last but not least, my last design, I'm going to stick it underneath this light for a second so that you can see that the little button glows in the dark, and so do the eyes. But anywho, this is a, trying to think, I think this is a Lizzie Kate design. It was a Halloween one. And I stitched it last fall. I stitched it on Huck fabric that I dyed with their charcoal gray of Rit dye. And I use glow-in-the-dark sewing thread on top of the cross stitch. Let me see if I can put this under the light a little better so you can see how it glows in the dark. It doesn't take much. There we go. You can see it glowing now. Isn't that cute? I just love it. And this is the fabric I chose that I got from Hobby Lobby that I'm gonna use and make it a pin pillow. And I have some pretty velvet trim that I'm going to use for the trim. And that is my show and tell for today. I hope you enjoyed today's Flosstube. I plan to be doing many more. I have a retainer in, and so it kind of affects my speech a little bit. Over COVID, I lost the bridge that the teeth came out, and I haven't gotten a new bridge yet, and so I just have a retainer in now, but it does make me talk a little bit funny. But I was so excited to finally do another Flosstube and share what I've been doing and whatnot. And I hope you enjoyed this, and tune in back soon. Hopefully maybe next week, and I'll have more to show you. Have a wonderful day.